The polar meltdown. Both sea and land area ice cover is decreasing each year, revealing more ground and sea surface. These darker surfaces absorb sunlight more effectively, therefore causing more warming.
This polar meltdown is not all bad news. The polar meltdown has both pros and cons. Some of the pros include lower heating costs, greater opportunities for agriculture, and increased river flows which support hydroelectric power. Cons include coastal erosion, collapse of roads, buildings, and pipelines. The polar meltdown is a global climate issue that needs to be recognized in order to understand global change.
So today we went around the U of A to see what the students thought or knew about polar meltdown and how it's affecting our planet. So we're going to go check it out and see what they have to say.
I guess it's when the polar ice caps melt, and then the result of that, I guess polar ice caps keep the Earth cool when they melt to make the Earth hotter.
How do you think it affects the environment?
I guess it'll make the environment hotter. Hotter summers.
What do you think?
Without polar ice caps, the environment will be greatly affected and the temperature will go up. There's less ice for the polar bears. It's not fair to them.
Meltdown, I feel like, is, well, I don't really know what it is, but I would think it could be something to do with the ice caps melting. I don't know though.
I agree. I think polar meltdown is the ice caps melting.
That's the best answer that we've come up with.
How do you think it's affecting the environment?
Well, it's causing probably global warming. It's caused by global warming, probably.
What do you think about it? What's your opinion?
I think that it's probably making. I don't know.
The polar ice melting is like changing the ecology. Ecology is the word. Yeah.
I don't know.
There we go. Of the planet. So I mean, it's going to change temperatures all over the world.
The oceans rise. The water's going to melt and go downhill.
Yeah.
And like forests, people like change the deserts. You know, just changing the environment everywhere.
Doing a project on like global warming, and what do you think about polar meltdown? What do you think it is?
Well, isn't that basically just the loss of ice mass in the poles?
Yeah, and how do you think it affects the environment?
Oh, pretty much all kinds. I mean, there's like big shifts in amounts of precipitation, temperature.
Yes, for sure. You should take Nats 101. It's pretty interesting.
I don't quite know the specifics, but...
Oh, that's what my class is about. You should take it. Thank you so much.
I'm not completely sure what polar meltdown is, but it probably has something to do with global warming, maybe in the ice caps or mountains or something.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, maybe how it affects our climate, like all the ice caps melting and stuff.
They do that, right? And maybe like an increase or decrease in temperature affects like the surrounding environment, like plants or whatever.
I'm doing a project on global warming, and do you know what polar meltdown is? No? Well, it's like the breaking down of the ice caps. How would you guess that affects the environment?
I really don't know.
Okay, that's totally fine. It's just for my project. Thank you.
Affect the planet, it will happen in more ways than we think. For example, along with the melting of the polar sheet and ice covers comes the thawing of the permafrost. Permafrost is permanently frozen soil. This is important to humans because it provides substrate that support buildings, foundations, roads, and pipelines.
As a result of our warming climate, this layer of soil is melting. Pipes are now breaking, buildings are collapsing, and the environment is being contaminated. For thousands of years, methane gas has been trapped within the permafrost, but is now being released into the atmosphere, which is further increasing this warming.